3 innings, the most pitches you've thrown, most innings you've thrown?
So tired last inning, last hitter. So tired.
You get 2 innings tomorrow. I get that.
You got 2 more in you tomorrow? What is it like to kind of be contributing this way? The way this kind of whole bullpen is making it work in kind of a different fashion.
いつもと違うちょっと役割でこういう形でチームに貢献するっていうのはどういう意味を持ってますか？
結構登板ない日が続いたんで、イニングをしっかり投げていくのはなんとなくこう分かっていたことでもあったんで、その中で試合前に2番手っていう風に言われてたんで、2イニング目からって言われてたんで、しっかり準備して入れました。
Yeah, so I hadn't pitched for a few days, so and I was notified that I'm going to be in the second inning after gradually, so I was expecting that, and I was able to contribute. That was good.
Was your thought from the start just go as long as you could? That's it? Like just go as long as he could tonight? Because he ended up throwing most pitches that he's ever thrown and most innings. Was his thought like he would just go until he couldn't go anymore tonight?
今までで一番数多く投げたと思いますけど、行けるところまで行くっていうような感じだったのか、そのプランだったり、どの辺までみたいな。
プランは分かんないですけど、2イニングぐらいかなと思ってたんですけど、はい、なんか3イニング目もだったんで、はい。左バッターだったんでが多かったんで、長くなるのはなんとなく、はい、感じながらですけど、はい、しっかり投げれてよかったです。
Yeah, so I was kind of expecting like maybe two innings, but also obviously with their lineup like a lot of lefty lanes, so that wasn't a huge surprise, and I'm glad that I pulled it off and I'll be able to pitch well against them.
When is the last time you threw 3 innings in a game at any level?
Maybe 2020 is starting pitcher in Japan. Maybe September 2020 September.
So it really has been a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if enjoying is the right word, but what is it like for you guys in the bullpen to have to step up in these different roles? Whether it's starting the game or going long relief like you did tonight.
いつもと違うブルペンから出ていって、いつもと違うこういうロングリリーフだったり、オープナーだったりっていういつも違う役割をこなすっていうところは楽しいっていう表現の他に何かこうどういうふうにそのあたりを表現しますか？
その役割っていうよりかは今13人でどうやってこうイニングをつないでいくかっていうことだと思うんで、与えられたところでそれぞれ本当にみんなイニングまたぎも頑張ってますし、それぞれこうなんていうんですか、本当にブルペンの助け合いっていう感覚がすごくこう強くて、こうピッチャー陣がこうみんなを助け合ってるんで、僕も本当にそういった意味でこう仲間を助けたいなっていう気持ちで、はい、います。
Yeah, so it's not the specific roles that matters most. It's more of a how we can manage all the innings with the 13 guys we got, and helping out each other, got each other back. So my mentality is to help everyone and do my job that's given for the day and execute it well.
Thank you.
End of a game?
Yeah, I mean, it was like I was hitting my target and I was making pitches, and I feel good. Like I pitched through the 5 innings. Yeah.
What was it like getting ready for that?
I mean, always for me it's kind of hard because it is like I haven't been on the bullpen that long, so I feel like I throw too many pitches on the bullpen, and I, foul ball, new pitcher, and then sit down, then start playing catch again, and then it's kind of hard for me, but that is what it is, and it feels good.
I think you're only the second player in Padres history to save 5 innings. It's been 67 years. Like, what is that? Is that cool to you?
I didn't know that, but it feels good. I didn't know I had the save.
Is it
Yeah.
like I don't think you have ever had a save
No,
before.
it's my first save. Yeah, in almost 10 years.
Hermanes, you were up a couple times. When did you first get up out there?
Yeah,
Was it the fourth?
yeah, with the fourth. Yeah,
Okay.
What were you doing the first 4 innings when you were getting ready?
yeah. I was stretching out, throwing plyouts. You know, just getting ready for being in the game.
What do you think of this overall pitching plan they've been putting together for the last week or so? It's pretty different, right?
Yeah, it's different, but like, you know, I feel like everybody has just one goal and going out there and give the chance to win.
You have so many guys who are coming up there. How much are you guys pushing each other in that bullpen when you know the rotation has its challenges?
I feel like we stick together and like, you know, it's kind of weird for all of it because, you know, they like to start, but like it is what it is, and I feel like we've been doing the job.
About how close to as good as you could have imagined did that go tonight?
Yeah, that worked out real well. Yeah, I think, you know, the one, you know, where we got a little nervous was pushing Yuki to that 3rd inning and the pitch count kind of rising with all the foul balls and stuff, but he got it out and, you know, pitched great.
I imagine that was not in the plan, and so how did that plan evolve that you would have him go 3 and
Yeah, we had a pitch count number in our heads, and it just got into that inning where he was pitching well, but the pitch count number, he exceeded that pitch count number. So that was the last batter that he faced was going to be his last batter. And, you know, the hard question was, can we bring Herman in the middle of an inning with somebody on base? You know, or do we want him, you know, to get a clean inning? Ideally, it would be a clean inning, so we're kind of sweating it out that, you know, hoping Yuki could get out of that inning without anybody on base. But, you know, Yuki did an outstanding job tonight. You know, that was, you know, him and Herman, players of the game.
the fact that, and I know that you have this deep bullpen, you've always expressed your belief in however many, 13 of them, but Yuki, higher leverage, Yuki, longer outings, like the difference in him this year and what that's done for you.
Yeah, you're right. He's been, you know, maybe the MVP, the unsung hero of our bullpen. Being able to fit so many different roles. I think, you know, I remember when he was hurt, we were coming up, we thought he was going to have to be lengthened out to give us 2, maybe 3 innings, and then came up, did a couple 2-inning stints, and then we had to put him in leverage when, you know, Jeremiah and Jason kind of went down. He did that admirably, and then now we're kind of back. He's kind of in that leverage role, but early in the game kind of thing, you know, where he's facing the big lefties, but just a little earlier in the game.
Chase Bowen had a nice night. What did you think of?
Yeah, also you could put him up for MVP. A lot of MVP candidates tonight for this game. It was just nice to see Jace get his first home run, starting to play baseball like what we saw in spring training. You know, he's a little bit more relaxed, feels like he fits in, doesn't seem like he feels he has to get a hit every single time he's at the plate, and he's just taking better swings and better at bats. And credit to him for all the work he's put in over this time that he's been here, and the hitting coaches for continuing to work on him and refine him and develop him here while he's been in the big leagues.
Your lineups have been a little more settled, and your big guys are hitting. Does it feel like this offense is kind of like the guys have settled into what their roles are, what their places are?
Yeah, for me it does a little bit, you know, and that could change in a 3 or 4 game stretch where nobody's hitting, and you just never know when that might happen. The good thing is we've moved the lineup around throughout the year that if we do that, it's not going to be uncommon. But I think right now the way the guys are set up in the lineup, I really like, you know, the bats that they're taking behind each other. Feels like they're hitting with each other, not just individually, which is a good thing. And, you know, Crony and Rengifo, you know, switching on and off in that 2-hole has been really good for our team.
Obviously, things could change in the next few days. You could add a starting pitcher or what have you. But like what Vasquez did last night, what Marquez did tonight, like how could that end up evolving to, you know, you getting back to more normal rotation?
Yeah, tonight we basically reversed the game, you know, which is kind of an interesting concept, but you can't plan it out. You know, we don't know we're going to score 7 runs in the first, you know, 5-6 innings. So, you know, we just got to go day by day and figure it out. But those 2 guys giving us a lot of length these last 2 days sets our bullpen up, you know, for Walker tomorrow and King the next day, and then whoever we decide to start on the first day in Arizona.
How much, obviously he didn't allow any runs, but how much like in the 5th inning are you going, all right, it would really help for us to score a lot of runs, to be able to lengthen?
I'm thinking that every game, you know, but, you know, especially, you know, to give Herman, you know, the ability to finish the game or to go a little bit longer in that game and save, you know, 1 or 2 bullpen arms, and tonight he saved them all. But any increase to the lead was going to give him more leash to finish the game. and it ended up he was cruising too. He pitched a great game, bunch of ground balls, and threw a bunch of strikes. Did exactly what he needed to do coming out of the pen and coming in the 5th inning.
How nice was a complete win like this tonight? Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday Robbie threw the ball well. There's really nothing you can do about that. You just have to tip your cap and move on, and that's what we did. We played our game tonight, and you have to give the bullpen a lot of credit for what they did tonight. That was special. Yuki threw 50 pitches, so for him to do that, it was a good complete game for us.
I think Stammen referred to Yuki as kind of like the unsung hero, like the MVP of that bullpen. I mean, career high innings and pitches slots. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. You can't give him enough credit for what he's done for this team, and he's always available, which is special. And for him to come out and I don't know if it was 3 innings tonight, but did a great job. So
you guys are finishing July on a really, really high note. Do you think that you're starting to play offensively what you guys expected all along?
Yeah, I mean, I think the last month and a half, we've kind of played the style of baseball we expected to, and it's showing. So 2 months, it's a sprint for the next 60 days, and see where we end up.
Do you scoreboard watch during the game?
Sorry?
Do you scoreboard watch during the game?
Not really. I'm gonna be honest. I know we're close. I don't know where we're at exactly, but yeah, I mean, the rest of it's out of our control. We control what we can and play our game.
Thank you.
Yep.